Hello everyone, this is Warm Light Tarot. Welcome to today's reading. The theme is how to get unstuck if you feel stuck or stagnant in life or in some specific situation. So we are asking the cards for advice on how to get unstuck. Okay, so as usual we have these 3 piles of cards here. So pile number 1 has this piece of Labradorite as a marker. I believe it is Labradorite, but it might be spectralite as well. They're pretty similar, but it's very pretty. It's kind of translucent and green with some blue inside. I don't know if you are able to see the blue in this light. Pile 2, this is Tiger's Eye. By the way, these 2 rocks here, they're my girlfriend's. I asked if I could borrow them for this reading and she said yes, so thank you for that. And then pile 3, we have Citrine as a marker. Okay, so as usual, please only take in those messages that resonate with you and leave out the rest. And now I will give you a little bit of time to see which one of these piles you feel drawn to. So I will give you about 10 seconds, and if you need more time, feel free to pause the video, okay? Hello, pile 1. You chose this piece of Labradorite. And here are your cards. So let's have a look. So first I pulled some cards to represent your current situation. So these are the energies that are kind of keeping you stuck, and these energies could represent the current situation or your past. Okay, so what we have here are the Sun, Knight of Swords, the Devil, 6 of Swords, the High Priestess, and Knight of Wands. Okay, so these 2 cards here tell me that you have achieved some sort of success and it happened really fast. Maybe you even went after it really aggressively. I feel like it was something that you really wanted really bad. But it does require a lot from you, and it may make you feel like you are stuck, like you can't move. Maybe this passion of yours, what you were going after, maybe it was something that you really wanted at some point and now you no longer want it, or it's still something very pleasant for you, but at the same time you feel very tied down, like you can't proceed. It's possible that you now want to leave this negative attachment behind, or you have already done it in your past. I feel like you want to move towards something, you want to go towards something else. Maybe you want something better or something else that reflects your personality a little bit better. And I feel like it is possible that you are going after this other thing already, or you are considering of doing that very soon. And maybe if you haven't done it already, you are still at a point of kind of like thinking who you are and what you want. I feel like what you want probably is like freedom and fun. There is something that maybe makes you feel like freedom is not a part of your life right now. The Knight of Wands has this fun and active energy. He's a big go-getter, but is also a bit impulsive and aimless. So be mindful of that as you try to unstuck yourself from this situation. Whatever it is, I feel like it was very pleasant for you at some point, or it's still something that you enjoy, but some parts of this thing that you feel stuck by, be it a career or a relationship or maybe your family even, some parts of it make you feel very tied down and attached in a kind of like negative way. Okay, so next let's look at cards that describe how you can get unstuck from this situation and how you can get the energy moving. Okay, so let's look at these cards. I'm gonna show them one by one. So the first cards that I pulled are the Eight of Cups and Queen of Wands. So I feel like you definitely have to leave something behind. For some of you, that may mean leaving something behind physically. Like, let's say this is a career that is very uninspiring or even toxic. Then it would be advisable to consider leaving it for good and doing it physically. But it's also possible that this moving away from something is an emotional and a mental process. I feel like it will help you to gain your confidence back. Maybe in this process you've kind of lost that confidence, because the Sun, she's very confident, she's very kind of warm, and she knows who she is. But maybe you've kind of lost that, and now as you move on, you become this Queen of Wands person. She's very mature. She also knows herself very well. She's very assertive, but warm and friendly at the same time. Okay? So the next cards that I pulled are the Three of Cups, the Empress, Two of Cups, and Three of Pentacles. So I feel like all of these cards are very community oriented cards. We have a card of friendship, a card of love, relationships, and a card of like teamwork, co-workers. The Empress could also be about nurturing your connections here, but also about nurturing yourself, so your mind and your body and your spirit. So I definitely feel like to get unstuck from this stagnant situation in your life, you have to gain your confidence back. You have to leave something that you consider negative behind, be it a toxic mindset within yourself that is kind of keeping you attached to the old, or something like, let's say, a career or a relationship that is kind of holding you back. And it doesn't always mean like I said, physically leaving those things behind. If that is not possible for you, or if you don't feel called to do that, in that case, the leaving behind of those things is rather mental or emotional or spiritual, or you are leaving behind not those like relationships or a career, but rather a negative aspect of them, to move towards something positive. But yeah, so gaining confidence, leaving something behind, and then nurturing the relationships in your life. So that means yourself, your friends, your loved ones, and your colleagues, your business partners, things like that. I feel like maybe there was a bit too much focus on yourself before. The Sun is it's a great card, but it's a card of the self. So maybe this journey that you took before, maybe you were working on building a life for yourself or a career for yourself, and you were kind of neglecting the relationships in your life. But at the moment, I feel like maybe it's time for you to move past that self-focus and maybe not leave it behind for good, because of course, all of us are focused on ourselves, where there is a healthy selfishness exists, and it's perfectly normal. But when it gets too much and you just neglect building connections and nurturing them, that's when it's not so good for you anymore. Okay? What I also notice is that we have several number 3 cards. So we have 3, 3, 3. Do we have any others? At least 3 cards here. So 3s are all about building foundations. They're about progress and movement. So yeah, I feel like you are building something in your life, and it has probably something to do with connections and relationships with other people, be that friends, romantic partners, or co-workers, or family even. Okay. Lastly, I pulled some advice cards. So we have 3 of fire here, so another card of 3, everydayness and individuation. So I feel like you are definitely planning and kind of like having goals in your life. This is a card of being excited and confident about the future and kind of working on it, but at the same time waiting for things to happen. So I feel like to move past this stagnant situation, you have to get excited about the future, kind of feel inspired, and have hopes and dreams and goals for yourself. Maybe they involve your loved ones as well. And with these oracle cards here, everydayness and individuation, I feel like you are being advised to appreciate the everyday experience and simplicity of life. So that could be something very simple, like getting a cup of coffee with a friend, or spending a few hours with your partner, or anything like that. At the same time, I feel like there is nothing wrong with focusing on yourself and your own goals and being this very strong individual. So the message of the sun here is not a negative message. However, it is advisable to balance your focus on yourself and your goals with the connections and relationships that you have in your life. So keep that balance between those things, okay? So part 1, that was your reading. I really hope that it was helpful to you, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them in the comment section, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in, and if you feel called to do so, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I really appreciate the support, and if you are interested in my future videos, you will stay up to date in that way as well. So thank you so much, and till next time, bye bye. Hello, pal 2. You chose this piece of tiger's eye, and here are your cards. So let's have a look what they tell us today. So the first cards that I pulled represent the current situation, or kind of like the current / past, depending on where you are, who you are, it might differ a bit. So these energies represent what is keeping you stuck right now. So we have Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, in this case called the Page of Coins, the Magician, the Moon, and Five of Wands. I feel like for some of you this Ace of Pentacles represents a financial windfall, or something lucky that maybe happened, and for others maybe it was an idea of something that you want to do or create. So it could be something financial or material, because that is what the pentacles represent, but it's possible that it's an idea or news or something like that, because that is what the aces represent. Could be an internal or external process. I feel like whatever this inspiration or thing that happened is, there are competing resources or interests. So maybe you are not sure where to go, what to do, or let's say that you came into some money and that what the Ace of Pentacles represent. But you would like to do something with that money, but at the same time you have other responsibilities, so you're not really sure how to spend that money. Okay? Yeah, I do get the sense that you are a bit uncertain about what to do. I feel like you are a very balanced person, very stable, and you just want to make smart, grounded decisions. And I feel like you are financially or physically frugal. So you're just kind of wondering, like, do you have the resources to do this thing that you want to do? Like time, money, energy. I feel like one part of you feels very inspired to kind of create something or do something, and then the other part of you is being very smart about it, and you're not really sure how to proceed, and that is keeping you stuck a little bit. However, I feel like you do have it in you, and you have what it takes, whether that's financially or time-wise, or confidence-wise. It could be anything that is making you feel uncertain, but I feel like you do have it in you, but you are afraid to risk it. I feel like on one hand you have these kind of big dreams, but then on the other you have these big fears as well, and they're kind of holding you stuck. I feel like there are also maybe conflicted ideas or emotions internally or something externally, like conflicts or disagreements or competing interests, such as family or work, that is holding you back. Or maybe there are people who don't really agree with your ideas or with your plans. So I feel like there are really a lot of things holding you back. So one of them is your uncertainty about how to proceed and what is the smart thing to do. There are fears even, and there are conflicting ideas or conflicting opinions coming from the people that you share your life with, or maybe friends or business partners, depending on what the situation is. But yeah, a little bit of different kind of things to think about. And next I pulled some cards to represent how to get unstuck from this situation. So I think I'm gonna show these 2 cards at a time. So the first cards that I pulled are the Ace of Wands and the Tower. So I feel like to get out from this stuck situation, it is advisable to just start moving. I feel like you've received this inspiration, and now you have to use this action energy to propel yourself forward. And what to do first is to destroy what is no longer working for you, and to let go of those things that are holding you back. And it's possible that those things that are holding you back are things that make you feel safe. So that could be like mindsets that are no longer working for you. Maybe at one point they did work for you, but now it's time to let them go. Or it could be environments or people, like perhaps an uninspiring job or a business plan, or or the detach from people that are not very supportive of you. So those are the things that you have to do first, okay? The next two cards that I pulled are the King of Wands and Nine of Chalices. So I feel like these cards advise you to be confident in dreaming what you wish to achieve and to take action very confidently. So don't be afraid to take any new opportunities and to move towards the new. And in particular, I feel like you shouldn't be afraid to dream big, because you get what you wish for. In particular, if you move towards it with confidence and with just kind of warm, lively action energy. The Nine of Cups is a wish card, so I feel like it is possible for you to get what you want. You just need to trust yourself. You need to trust that you will be able to achieve it, okay? And the next cards that I pulled from another deck are the King of Wands. So we have two King of Wands here and Judgment. So I feel like this King of Wands here, we're having it double in this reading. I feel like it really tells you to stop doubting yourself. And you have what it takes. Just be confident and assertive. Okay? At the same time, I feel like for some of you it could be beneficial to have someone to plan and dream with, someone to spar with, like let's say a business partner if you are feeling stuck in your career or in your business plans, because like two people who are very confident and excited about where to go and what to create is so much better than one. And we have this wish card here in the middle between the two of you. So I feel like you could benefit from having someone to dream and plan with you, okay? And yeah, I feel like the Judgment here just tells you to embrace this new reality that you are dreaming about. I feel like you are already hearing its calling, and you just need to be confident about it and move towards it and not be afraid to dream big, okay? And lastly, I pulled a few advice cards to advise you a little bit further. So the first card that I pulled is called Awakening, and it corresponds to the Judgment card. So we have two Judgment cards as well. So I feel like, yeah, these cards are really telling you to not be afraid of embracing this new path, and that you will feel this calling for it, or you already feel a calling for it. It is possible that you feel need to kind of overhaul everything in your life, like all these things that are no longer working for you, but I feel like you are ready for it, okay? And the oracle cards that I pulled are Perseverance and Feeling. So I feel like, yes, this path will be inspiring for you, but it's also quite challenging. So you are very smart when you consider everything so carefully. It's okay to have fears, and it's okay to have doubts. this path will require a lot of confidence on your behalf and a lot of perseverance. So it might feel like this uphill battle as you go forward, but I feel like it will be worth it for you to do it. And you are also being advised to kind of trust your emotions, trust your intuition. You feel like the right path feels good for you. So just trust those positive emotions and that positive drive as you go forward. Okay? So, pile 2, that was your reading. I really hope that it was helpful to you in this situation. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. And if you feel called to do so, like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. I always appreciate the support, and you will be able to stay up to date with my videos. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time, bye bye. Hello everyone who chose pile 3 with this piece of citrine. So here are your cards. Let's have a look what they tell us today. So the first cards that I pulled represent the current situation. So basically the energies that are keeping you stuck, and it's possible that this is kind of like the current situation, like all of this is happening right now, or some of these energies may be related to your past. Okay, so we have 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, King of Wands, 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and Strength here. So I feel like you've been building a foundation for something, maybe in business, career, in a relationship. The 3 of Pentacles is typically about teamwork, so I feel like this thing here does involve other people. Then I feel like there is some sort of blockage. So you've been building something, but something blocks progress. I always feel like this card is so beautiful and harmonious. There's definitely harmonious energy going on, but there's also something about this dynamic that is not moving forward. I always feel like this card is a card of guardedness. So I feel like maybe you're not dealing with something, either you or some other person or other people. Yeah, so I feel like things are not moving forward in a way that you would like them to go forward. However, I feel like there is a lot of confidence and established energy. So it could be an established career or an established relationship. Something that has been going on for some time. I do feel like the King of Wands is a kind of like a happy, mature, confident, active card. So it's not that things are super negative in this, be it a relationship or like a business project or whatever it is. However, at the same time, you are feeling pretty exhausted. you worked on it for such a long time and you feel like there's no end to it. Maybe you even feel a bit down and alone, like you're doing all this work by yourself. And I feel like you just need rest at this point. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of like a culmination, or maybe even success that happened, but at the same time, in the background, there's something that kind of keeps you working. Like you are never at a point where you can just relax. You just always need to do something. Maybe you need to do something for other people, like maybe in your family or maybe in your career. You're just there working alone. I feel like you are a very calm and compassionate person, especially in this situation. But you do need a break because there are no clear results, and you need to also have this energy towards yourself. So you need self-care and you need self-love. Maybe even you need someone to take care of you, if that's possible for you in this situation. So then I pulled cards to represent how to get unstuck and how to move forward in this situation. So we have 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Temperance, Knight of Wands, and 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like here you definitely need a break. You definitely need to rest and recharge. But you also need to appreciate what you've got and to stop wallowing in self-pity. Maybe there's something like a heartbreak or something that went wrong. Like if this stagnant energy here is about a relationship, it might be an actual breakup or an argument that you had with your partner. Or if this is let's say a business project, career, studies, things like that, something went wrong and it kind of broke your heart. I feel like you will need to stop fighting, and you need to stop focusing on the negative. You need to stop focusing on the things that you feel like you should get, and you should start appreciating what you've got, because I feel like you have a lot. Despite, maybe despite some trauma or heartbreak, I feel like you are still being offered something. So if you look at your situation, I do feel like there's still something positive left. Or if there's nothing positive in the situation, then you should be open to other opportunities. However, with the Temperance here, I kind of feel like things aren't as bad as they seem to you. I feel like the Temperance always softens the energy of the energy, and it helps you heal, and it kind of transmutes energies, kind of blends them, because we have this kind of water barrier mixing these waters. So despite this heartbreak, I feel like things are okay, and you are healing, and there's still a lot left in your life. then you should be open to new opportunities, okay? You are also being advised to get excited and to get moving and just do it. So after you've rested, you should just, whatever you feel inspired to do. I feel like that is what you should do. You should stop, like I said, wallowing in self-pity, wallowing in the past. Whatever happened, it's over. And you should just go towards the future. Knights are very, very go-getter energy cards, and in particular the Knight of Wands. So whatever you want, I feel like you can get it, and you should just, use that impulsive action energy to shake yourself awake from this situation. I feel like as a person you are very self-sufficient and independent, and you don't really realize the positive aspects of that. I feel like you have achieved a lot, like I said over here, that you have so much left in your life. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe you're not really appreciating opportunities that are being given to you, but you have achieved a lot, and you will achieve a lot, and you should learn to appreciate it and just, find your confidence. Learn to enjoy your life. Learn to enjoy your independence. Kind of feel like, maybe this is a breakup that happened in your past, and you should just let go of it, or some sort of other heartbreak. Maybe I kind of feel like there's this energy of you possibly being too attached to other people, and this is what the Nine of Pentacles says. Learn to value your self-sufficiency and what you have achieved, and just enjoy your life, okay? We have a lot of fours here. So we have 4 here and here and here. Anything else? I guess that's it. But fours are all about like foundational energy and stability. So I also feel like by, resting and by kind of like letting go of apathy, and by opening your eyes to opportunities, you will achieve that stability and foundation offered by number 4s in tarot numerology. So there are definitely a lot more opportunities out there for you, and a lot to appreciate, okay? And lastly, I pulled a few advice cards to tie together this reading before we finish. So we have the 8 of Air here. So this is the 8 of Swords, and this card advises you to clear the air and to let go of stagnant energy within yourself, to let go of what is no longer working for you in your mindset and in your thinking. So I feel like there is definitely something holding you back, and that energy is probably within your own self, and it may reflect to the external energy as well, to other people, environments, but the main work to do is within yourself, okay? And the oracle cards that I pulled for advice are magic and intuition. So I kind of feel like you have lost the magic in life, and you need to find it again. Maybe you had it when you were a child or a teenager, but but along the way you just lost it, and now you have to do things to get yourself back on track. And you should rely on your intuition to do that. You will know the answers within, but before you are able to do that, you should focus on, healing those mindsets and limiting beliefs that are holding you back and, stopping you from moving forward and keeping you stuck in past. I feel like there is a lot of magic waiting to happen to you, and you are the type of person, when you release those negative mindsets, you will really go after what you want, and you will really build this amazing life for yourself, by yourself or with other people. And you will be able to attract a lot of great people and environment and situations into your life. Okay? So part 3, that was your reading. I really hope that it was helpful to you, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment box, okay, and I will get back to you. Okay. If you feel called to do so, please like this video, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. I really appreciate the support, and you will be able to keep up to date with my latest videos. So thank you so much for tuning in, and till next time, bye bye.